Welcome to episode 19 of YOUx2, where we're on an adventure getting to know the two of us that are living this human experience. This little human character that's walking upon the earth and the actor behind this character, that powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love. In the last several episodes, we've been looking into how we can experience that spirit world through the senses, the five senses of our human existence. And we've talked about like our speech, our vocal cords, our proverbial mouth, what comes in and out of it. And we also talked about touch. Now we're going to be moving into seeing how we can experience that spirit world through scent. When I first meditated on this subject matter, the first thing that they brought to me was the first time I'd smelt this incense called Nagshampa. It's like Nagchampa. And the first time it just took me somewhere else. It was like I went into this temple far away in the Himalayan mountains or a mountain temple somewhere. And, if you believe in past lives, it's almost like I remembered a past life that I lived, because of course I've never been to one of those before, but it was like I was just transported in a completely different direction. And of course, incense has been known for thousands of years to be used in sacred ceremonies, in temples, and to actually cleanse the air and cleanse the energy around things. And so you can use incense to help bring that, beautiful aroma around and pick your most favorite. I mean, they have endless, it's like soda these days, or pop, however you say it. It's tons and tons of options now of the different incense. So give it a try. You can even order a little assorted pack, which has like 5, of each of the different scents, and you can try them out and go, wow, and find the ones that really just activate that within you and take you to a different place. I also had kind of that experience when I smelt both frankincense and myrrh, both in the incense, but also in the essential oils. And besides, or in addition to, being like having some healing properties and different things through the essential oils, those also, when I smelt them, it does something. It just took me and kind of moved me, within my soul, within that place too. And of course, scents and aromas, they're all going to impact every single one of us differently based upon the lives that we have lived. And, I've had friends that have had these experiences where they had a loved one who had passed, and without it being in the room, wherever, like one of them had this perfume smell that their mother, another one had their grandmother, and they were thinking about him, and all of a sudden they smelt their perfume that they would always wear. And I was, I even told one of them, you can get like these little sample bottles of, it's like a little small little vial of that perfume, and use that to connect with them. Because our physical bodies, the more that we can have our senses activated, connecting to the spirit realm, the easier it is. It's like our minds can easily go in all these different directions and get pulled out into everything these days, right? So anything that we can have to help us connect and activate and ignite that connection with the spirit world is, just a win-win, right? So you can get a little sample bottle, online usually, or even at some stores. Sometimes they're giving them away. But if you have any of that, that's an idea there. Another of my friends, it was like, I forget if it was their father or their grandfather, but they used to smoke cigars. And again, they were like not even around in any cigar smoke, and they just smelt it out of nowhere, and it reminded them of them. And that's a wonderful thing about the spirit realm, is they will do different things to help us know that they are there and that they are wanting to connect to us too. And a, and you can hear like smell cigarette smoke sometimes too. Um, without anyone smoking around you, just sitting at home, no smoke, cigarette smoke anywhere, but all of a sudden you smell it and you're like, oh, that was so and so, but when it happens because it activates that memory of them, and you kind of feel their presence around you. Oh, well, a friend of mine, she had when her little dog had passed, and it was funny because there was like this wet dog smell that she was just like, "What is that?" And then she remembered him, and because that smell activated that memory for her too. So there's a variety of ways and a variety of aromas that activate it for each one of us. So pay attention to that. If you smell it, don't just dismiss it as, oh, where did that come from? You know that that is the spirit world, that all those beings of unconditional love and light wanting to connect. So when you're in prayer or meditation, just be aware that they will even tap things in our brain to bring that memory back, and they can, along with the memory, they also have access to our little memory glands around scent, and so they will do things to help us remember things and to bring things to our attention for us. Again, like the loved ones who've gone to the other side, they'll do that to have us remember them, but we'll also have that done for people that are still here. Maybe we have an old memory that can be transformed, or that they want us to remember to bring a joy and a gratitude around our lives too. So there's so many ways in which they'll do that through, uh, aromas that will remind us of a place, or remind us of a food, or even flower scents that remind us of an occasion of some sort. And scientists have kind of narrowed all of the aromas that we smell down to like 10 categories. And I want to step through those. And as I do, just be open, just kind of see what triggers, and just know that that is coming up on purpose, for purpose, right now, because that's why you came across this video, is for them to connect to you in that way. The first one is fragrant, which can be flowers or perfume or aftershave or the smell of coffee or a bubble bath smell. And number two is woody or resinous, which is like trees or resins, essential oils, lavender, uh, frankincense, myrrh. Number three is minty or peppermint. So that can be something like a tea, or it'll take you back when you were out laying in a mint field or around a mint. Number four is sweet. So something baking, maybe a special type of ice cream or someone's favorite candy. Number five is chemical, like pledge. Pledge always reminds me of my mom because she used to use that to clean. But or any other type of cleaning supplies, or chlorine, things along those lines. Popcorn. It's interesting. Number six is popcorn, something specifically different from everything else. That always reminds me of my dad. He loved popcorn, and, movie theaters with all that buttery, as well. Number seven is lemon or citrus. So orange juice, grapefruit, just the lemony type of smell. Number eight is fruity, which is non-citrus, like strawberries and apples, bananas, watermelon. Number 9 is pungent. So that could be like burnt popcorn or cigar smoke. Could be onions, garlic, things that just really attacked your nose. And the final one's number 10, which is decay. That could be trash or something rotting or death. So we can sit with those memories that are triggered by that aroma, by the fragrances, by the smells, and we can make it like maybe this next week, try to focus on being aware of what we're smelling, and then maybe even intentionally doing things to connect. So like I said, if it's a perfume or a cologne or an aftershave that someone who's passed, you want to connect with them, or if there's something they like to bake, bake that or buy that, or, do those things that help just activate and expand those memories, to activate those and connect with the spiritual world. And like incense is a beautiful example that we can live our lives as being a living incense stick. We can focus on the unconditional love of the spiritual realm, and we can kind of burn that outwardly to where we are putting that scent out. And then, like all of these fragrances do, when other people pick up what we're putting out with that unconditional love, that can also spark the memory of who we really are. Because the more that we love unconditionally and put that energy and that essence out into the world, the more it activates things within them. And I know these days we have so much going on in the world that we feel like we want to change people's minds to focus on peaceful things and loving things, but we can't change people's minds. When someone tries to make you change your mind, how productive and successful is that? Probably zero, because none of us, our human side, our human minds it resists change. It wants to protect its little small t truths. But it's changing of the heart is what changes the world, and we start with our own. So as we go through this next week, please know that you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. And in our next episode, we're going to move on into looking at how we can connect through our hearing and determine which of the voices that we hear, both in our mind and maybe even audibly for some of us, how we know which one of those is the whispers of unconditional love from above and which is not. But in the meantime, if you are looking for more messages of love from above, in addition to these videos, I also put out weekly energy updates for each zodiac sign, also monthly readings for each zodiac sign, and a few other types of videos. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those messages and get notified immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up and click the like button, also click this subscribe button, and that gives you access to this notification bell. When you go in there, if you select the all option, you'll be notified of any new videos that come out on this channel. And doing those things helps spread the love, and it actually helps me grow my channel as well. So, when you like a video, you share a video, you comment on a video, or you subscribe to the channel, makes the YouTube algorithm so excited it wants to share the videos of the channel with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, I am definitely grateful for that. Also, the readings I put out are general readings, and if you're looking for even more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings, and all that information is listed in the description box below. Right, all you beautiful people, just know that this week is going to be full of opportunities of unconditional love, and if we just keep our little nostrils open and our eyes open and our ears open, we might see those messages of love from above. So have an amazing week. I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon, but in the meantime, you hang in there and you take care.